Remember the 5th of November. Happy election days, chosen ones. Um, it's funny how things are all playing out. This dog and pony show we call politics is dragging itself along. We still don't know who the president is. Um, you know, regardless of who becomes the president, there's still some pressing issues that America refuses to address or acknowledge as important. Um, it's gotten to the point where there are a lot of people speculating whether these Facebook groups of the Trump supporters are going to really act out on the violence that they are pressing uh, if Joe Biden wins the election, which he will. See, people are fueled by their own fear, and so anybody that is, fearful enough or emotional enough to actually go and kill someone will do it. Especially if they are influenced with a group of people that are like-minded and just as emotional as they are and just as pissed off because they don't get what they want. So, it's funny that the audacity comes from not the pride, but from the allowance of, I guess just the sheer barbaric attitude to want to have a group of people chase a bus full of Biden, associates damn near off the road or out of town. It's like, the videos of these people in Texas surrounding different cars or different people that have, Biden stickers or anything supporting anybody that isn't their white king. They're threatening. Come on, America. A lot of people are curious as to how we got here. Well, let us begin with the negligence of letting peers or uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers, co-workers, friends, social circles in white communities get away with saying blatantly racist things or doing blatantly racist things or having racist attitudes, whether it be microaggressive or blatant. Not a lot of accountability is held for in white communities. And yeah, that's the truth. White people are not accountable for anything that they have done wrong, continuously or in the past. They do not hold themselves accountable, and they are not held accountable by anybody else because they are in power. So the power is unchecked. It's not systematic racism, it's unaccountability. I'll give you an example, right? So white people glorify the wrongs that they do. It's glorified to be a serial killer if you're white. It's glorified to be a mass murderer or a terrorist, a school shooter. Oh, he just has mental health issues. Couple screws loose. Wanted to kill dozens of kids. Didn't take the meds that day. Right? How many documentaries on black killers do you see? Let that sink in. How many documentaries on black mass murderers do you see? As violent as we are, we're animals. There's so many black killers in jail. No good stories there? No Netflix documentaries there, America? I might be onto something. Well, you see, when you have movies, scary movies, and the bad guy, the hacker and the slasher is always some white guy, right? Killing a bunch of white folks. And the one black person first. Until, that white woman escapes the white guy. Yeah. Through her strength. God bless her. But what you're seeing is white people showing what they have been doing, killing people and getting away with it and displaying it to you as entertainment. Oh, but there's a black serial killer. Better make sure he's killing black folks. He's not getting away with that. Do I have your attention yet? We as black people, we hear about black on black crime on the news. Everything that we do, whether it be thievery, robbery, killing, rape, everything gets criminalized. Okay? We're criminalized. White people are supervillains. We're the criminals. They're villainized. Oh, he was just a bad apple. They interview the whole family for one or two people getting killed. They'll interview the whole family. Oh, he was never like this. We never saw it coming. Never disciplined him. He always acted up. But we just let him have his way. Yeah. Oh, he just painted violent pictures. That was just his way of expressing himself. Just had a creative mind. We don't know where he got it from. But we never saw it coming. Just a normal guy. Lived a normal life. Must have snapped. We don't know what pushed him. He never communicated. Just a normal guy. And black people, they'll tell you the whole story. They'll tell you exactly who we are. Through in and throughout. Grew up in a poor neighborhood. Lost a father when he was really young. Not sure if he walked away, or, oh, yes, his father is still alive, just not in his life. And seems like he dropped out of elementary school. Don't see any high school records here. Yes, Montan was a 23-year-old, albeit young, but promising gangster in his community. Also a known drug dealer. Montan gained notoriety through his drug sellings and tipping of strippers. He made it rain, and rain he made it. Shot dead in the street by 18 cops for jaywalking. Yeah, you know, politics. We're all stuck on this game of red versus blue. What about me versus you? What are they doing for me? You know? Everybody wants to get Trump out of the White House. Okay? But why doesn't anybody want to get anything out of the White House besides Trump? I expect my leader to provide the services and capital that he declares to provide for me and my community. Now, I want some sort of police reform. There needs to be something put in place that criminalizes murderers for murdering, whether that be a criminal or a criminal with a badge. I can't trust white cops to have my best interest. So, I mean, can you give me some more black cops, please? And don't tell me that black people don't want to be cops, because that's bullshit. Black people get denied to be cops. Because they're not grandfathered in. Because their great-grandfathers aren't police commissioners or KKK members or Freemasons. They're just simple people that want to obey the law and adhere to justice. But no. Much harder to become a black cop than to become a white one. I guess they're just more loyal. How do you uncorrupt a system? Oh, you gotta do it from the inside out. No. You have to topple it over. Upside down. You must capsize it. What does that mean? Well, I mean, my personal idea I've had of possibly putting together a petition to send the what is it called? The Justice Department. There's a petition, perhaps to the Justice Department or some sort of legislature, that can help us put together a nationwide investigation of police precincts and sheriff's offices. This could be an 8-year project. This would offer a lot of jobs in the country. And what this would entail of is it would allow each police precinct and each officer to be investigated if they have a history or record showing that they have repeat occurrences of discriminatory violence or brutality or obligatory responses to minorities. This would go because this is all recorded. They might protect themselves, but they have records of what these officers do, whether they're moved, transferred, and relocated. Okay, so that would be investigated first and foremost, and these officers would be put on a strike system. They don't have to lose their job. They should, but that would cause a stir-up. Can't get people too upset about wanting to do the right thing. But if we were to investigate these officers that have a history of repeat offenses or repeat, what were they would call them instances or incidents, repeat incidents with a certain type of people, whether that be wrongful arrest, brutality, just anything that shows that somebody has went and made a complaint against an officer for what they have claimed to be racism or just overt force or excessive force. Let the people know that this is going on, because regardless of whether the police fire them or not, the people deserve to know that this is going on, because it is, and it needs to be exposed, and it can be, and that can change the world that we live in. But furthermore, what also would need to be investigated is the lineage of officers in a police precinct. Because what you're not going to do is just be welcoming in your bloodline into the system so that they follow a particular set or agenda that adheres to that certain bloodline. Because that goes on in different states and counties. And that needs to be investigated. So come together on this stuff.